Happy Fudging Friday, good people. When I say it's been a long week, baby, it's been a long week. And I still got long days to go. I'm talking about, dang, I'm just like, ooh, we. But, you got to get how you live. And I don't live illegally or criminally or, the way y'all live. So I got to go to work. But anyway, up early as usual, getting ready to go to work. I be up way before y'all even think about opening y'all eyes, and I be sleep way before y'all even finish y'all day. Yeah, I'm old for real. But anyway, I really just got on here because I didn't know that I could press charges on y'all for all the incriminating evidence that I have on y'all. Like I just got the evidence. I mean the information yesterday. I wasn't gonna tell nobody. Something happened surrounding my home yesterday. I told a couple of people, but something happened surrounding my home yesterday. So when I called and made a report about it, well, not made a report about it, but I called to get some information. Um, you know, only reason why I didn't make a report is because the last thousands of times that I made reports about something that happened surrounding my home, nothing actually was done about it. So I'm just like, you know what, in this particular situation, in case, I'm just gonna deal with it the way I need to handle it, because ain't nobody else handling the way I feel like they supposed to be handling. So that's what happened. But when I was inquiring about the situation, because y'all know I called the police a couple of times, especially in question about the situation surrounding my daughter. And you know that I called their father, Mr. Wyatt. I called him. He was over there at the house. I'm sitting here talking to this man the whole doggone time. The police get there. He knew about the situation anyway, because I called him soon as it happened. He was there the whole, he was there when it happened, like I told y'all in the videos down below. After the situation happened, the present day, I called him like maybe 5 or 10 minutes after it happened. He was there for almost about an hour, and then that's when the person that came, the male officer that came to make the report, that's when he ended up coming. Mr. Wyatt was not there at the time. It was just me and my children. But anyway, when I called again, because I was just really concerned about why I haven't heard back from anybody. Me and my children went to the Family Justice Center and everything. I didn't sit there with me. Matter of fact, as me and my kids was going to the Family Justice Center, we was being followed in a car by somebody in a white vehicle. I bet y'all won't ask my doggone kids because they know about all the situation. I'm trying to tell y'all. The thing is, everything that y'all was trying to make it seem like I need to go get a mental health evaluation, Mr. Judge P. I'm still cool with you, even though I don't agree with some things that you say. A lot of people don't agree with some things that I say. That don't mean that I actually just take the whole whatever. I don't have no issues with you. I'm still gonna speak on how I feel. So if you get in your feelings, then you gonna be like everybody else and get mad every time I say something that I feel is correct. Because you able to say what you feel, so I'm able to say what I feel. It's called freedom of speech, especially in my own environment. So, take it or leave it. Anyway, I called the Helen Ross McMath Center, whatever, multiple times, left voicemails, told them that I needed to get an evaluation or whatever, court ordered, and I still haven't heard anything back. I called them Monday. I was on the phone for about 20, 30 minutes too, waiting anyway. Um, they directed me to another line because they said they are not the ones that do the scheduling. So the person that did not answer the phone, I left a voicemail, and this happens more than one time. Now I have to go to work, honey, because ain't nobody gonna afford for me to live. Okay, I have to go to work, and I work most of the time during the day, and been taking some extra hours because my boss had to go have surgery. So with that being said, I'm actually out here working and I got stuff to do. So you can't say that I'm not attempting to do something because you feel like I may have a mental issue. I'm gonna get there in just a minute because the people that told you about it, let me tell you how they already know that I didn't have a mental issue. Now my son's father may not have known. He probably did think that I was just crazy. Now, now that I'm thinking about it, because he don't he don't mentally he deal with surface people. He don't deal with people of a high elevation mentally at all. So that's probably the reason why he didn't catch on. I don't know, but whatever. One person definitely know this situation that's going down, y'all. When I tell y'all, when y'all find out that Mr. White actually bamboozled every last one of y'all, now I'm shaking. Y'all know when I talk with my hands. Anybody that know me know that I talk with my hands. So I know the bed probably moving and stuff like that. But whatever. So I don't know where I was going with that. Um, yeah, Mr. White lied to y'all. Point blank period. I told y'all about what happened when my daddy passed away. Now, Mr. White, when all this go down, I keep trying to tell y'all, you will be interrogated. These videos will be used, and you will not be able to lie. Because I done said it more than one time. Like, I keep on repeating it. So the more I repeat it, the more it's gonna get on your nerves because you know that I'm not lying. Y'all, I knew my daddy passed away before anybody even informed me that my father had passed away. Now, when y'all seen them Facebook videos, because that's actually what my lawyers are they're gonna use to prove that folks was just watching me and then calling making crisis reports on me when I never said that I wanted to harm my doggone self. Actually, it was other people that was doing things to me and my children. Confirmation from not my dog, but my adopted baby. Anyway, it was things that was being done to me and my children surrounding our home, the safety of my kids. Once again, photos of just a lot of things that should have actually been taken in consideration and taken very seriously, but nobody was taking it into consideration or seriously because everybody was trying to make it seem like I had a mental illness. But y'all, I'm gonna keep on telling y'all this, and the reason why I'm gonna keep on telling y'all this is because I ain't had no time to listen to no tarot card readings, but y'all ain't gonna tell me that everything that I'm saying yesterday, I take that back. Yesterday I was on my break as I was doing. Wait a minute, let me go and see which one of these readings that I did listen to, because y'all know I was on my unmarried page. Which one was it? Cancer reading from yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. What day was yesterday? Do, 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 do. December the 8th, Thursday. That's the only one I listen to. Y'all, I get up so doggone early, and then I'm with my dude all day long, and then I'm working all day long. Like, I don't have time to do nothing else. Like, seriously. But y'all ain't telling me that them doggone readings ain't constantly telling y'all the same thing I'm telling y'all. Matter of fact, it was a little bit of them readings, a little bit of what she said is the same thing that I posted yesterday, but I actually made my dude get up at like 3. He leave at like 4. I'm gonna say I made the reading at like 5, maybe. 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what time I'm normally up. That's what time I make these readings at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it may be a little earlier than 5 o'clock. Sometimes it may be a little later, according to what time I actually get up. But I guarantee you, it's always before 9 o'clock in the doggone morning, because that's what time I gotta be at work. So, with that being said, it still is adding up. Now y'all can't say in the videos down below it was the same thing. I say something, they say something, and it's still the fact is I don't talk to these people, they don't talk to me, and they still telling y'all the same thing that I'm telling y'all. So if you want to say that I'm mentally ill, make that make sense. Hmm. I'm just saying, explain that to me. Figure that out first. If you want to sit here and tell me I got a mental illness, because you can't sit here and tell me about what things that I have dreamed. Now, in the Facebook videos, it proves multiple things. One, I'm a damn good mother. Damn good mother. House always clean, kids always in order. It didn't matter if I was sitting on Facebook drinking. My kids was still, wasn't nobody being hurt, harmed, or endangered. Wasn't nobody screaming and hollering in the background. Wasn't no children. Not even a 1-year-old baby. No, a household with 8 children. Not even a 1-year-old baby screaming and hollering. Unless his TV show went off. Now, y'all will probably hear that in the videos in the background, because that's when he started hollering, when his show went off. Ain't nobody talking about they hungry. Ain't nobody, everybody getting baths, everybody getting themselves situated for school. The same thing that me and my kids been doing as long as they been my children, as long as I've been their mama. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Nothing changes at all. On camera, off camera, with us together or apart. And that's just a fact. Um, I was talking to my son yesterday. He was texting me, telling me he brought me a Christmas present and all of those stuff, and he was showing me pictures of shoes that he wanted, so I can see what I will be able to afford to get my kids. Because y'all know that I work like hell to be able to take care of myself and provide a home for them to be able to go back to. So I really don't have money like that. I wasn't able to sign them up for no type of Christmas organizations because I don't get any. assistance for them, like food stamps and stuff. That's the only way you can actually get help. So therefore, all of this is coming out of my pocket with 8 kids, and it's just one of me. So I told my baby like it is, son. I may be able to get what I can get. I may not be able to, but they ain't even worried about that. He ain't even concerned about that. He wanted to know when I go to work, what time I get off, and if I'm okay. Like, that's how my children check on me. Love them to death. Love them to damn death. I don't understand how I could not. Now, this is a lot going on in this one here reading, or what, speech, if you want to call it. I don't know, but whatever. Because I'm trying to get to something, y'all. Okay, so when all this go down, I can't wait till the investigators actually talk to the dude that I talked to, because he don't really know. He know me. He see me every day, all day. I'm talking about just left out the door a couple of seconds ago. When he seen me, when he came in the door, I was playing solitaire. Now, what have I been telling y'all I've been doing for the longest? Playing solitaire. I sit here. I mean, I'm not in my bed, but I'm still in the bed, sitting here playing solitaire, waiting for time for me to get up and get ready to go to work. That's what I do. Live a real boring life. Um, well, not necessarily, because when you know a whole bunch of stuff about a lot of people, it's not necessarily boring. It's never a dull moment in my life. Now, that's what I'm finna tell y'all about this doggone situation with Mr. Wyatt. Um, like I said, my son's father may not have known that I actually am able to see things, but my other two children's fathers do. They sure do. Um, Me and Mr. Hester, we used to wake up and talk about our doggone dreams all the time. I used to tell him what I seen all the time, and he never made it seem like it was nothing weird or strange about it. But like I told y'all, I knew my daddy passed away before I even got the information that my father passed away. Now, Mr. Wyatt, am I lying? Didn't I wake up out of my sleep emotionally distraught about the fact that I seen my father laying in the bed and his body was sunk down? Whoever the police that was on the case of Shelton LeBron Christian that came and notified me about my father, how did y'all find my body? How did y'all find my father's body? Wasn't he sunk down in a doggone bed? Uh-huh. Yeah, I was nowhere around, y'all. I did not have a car. I was, how old was I? 19, 20 years old. I stayed in East well, in Highland Park with Dallas and his people. I had not talked to my father in a whole year. Had not talked to him in a whole year. I didn't know where my daddy stayed at. I didn't know what my daddy was doing. Didn't know he worked at Whirlpool. I can't never say that word, but y'all know Whirlpool. Yeah, I can say it right when I slow down. But anyway, I didn't know none of that. But Dallas, once again, am I lying when I sat there and I jumped up out of the doggone bed and I said something was going on with my daddy? Matter of fact, let me give you a couple of more little snippets and pieces. When we was walking to Big Stacy house, my bad, Stacy, for calling you Big Stacy, but that's what we called you. Anyway, love you, girl. And I seen the car that looked like my daddy's car. I said something going on with my daddy. It was around my birthday. Am I right? And I said, my daddy don't never go a year, or my daddy don't never go not talking to me for my birthday, or at least acknowledging me for my birthday. Never. And I told him then something ain't right. Something going on. And in the pit of my doggone stomach, it just wouldn't go away. Like something just kept nudging me in the pit of my stomach. Like, man, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. I woke up out my doggone sleep. I BS y'all night. And I told that as I woke him up, I said, something is not right with my daddy. I had a dream that my daddy's body was sunk down in the bed. The police officers that found my father, his body was already supposed to be decomposed or whatever. They smelled a stench from his room. That's the reason why they found him. My father was sunk down in the bed because his body was already decomposed. Y'all, you understand where the fuck I'm coming from? So, mental or not, this is something that has already been discovered long time ago. My father passed away now 11 years ago. This happened 11 years ago. So before I even actually had proof that I was able, that my dreams or whatever I was seeing in my eyes was actually true, when I got the knock on the door about my daddy, that proved everything. And Dallas, you knew about it. You was just as shocked as I was. Still don't want to admit it though. Yeah, I know. But that's how I was able to catch you on what the hell you was doing, okay? Now, once again, I said all that to say this. Y'all men ain't gotta agree. The man that I'm with now, he don't even know me for real. Like, he don't really know too much about me. So when everybody get interrogated and ask questions, I want y'all to interrogate him too, just for the hell of it, just for the fun of it. I'm just gonna play a little game on him because we like to do pranks, and this is gonna start the prank war around this motherfucker. So I'm just saying, he gonna feel like he in trouble even though he ain't did nothing. Y'all know my man don't do nothing. He worked 12 hours a doggone day. He only off for 2 of them. He be at home minding his damn business. Can't nobody incriminate him for nothing because he don't do nothing incriminating. I'm just saying, same as me. We live a real boring life. I told y'all that. But that's another thing. I told y'all that we live a real boring life before we really start living a real boring life together. I'm just saying separate we was living it, but I told y'all that and it actually ended up happening like sooner than I expected. Anyway, like we don't really live together. You know, I got my own home. I go home every doggone day. It's just whatever. None of y'all business. Anywho, um, so he was telling me last week about me sweating in my sleep. And he was just like, man, I don't know what it is. He said, but I just started timing you. He said, right around 11 o'clock at night, you just start sweating. He said, I'm talking about just drenching sweat. Y'all, I have a low iron, meaning I have no blood. I'm cold all the time. But when I go to sleep, apparently, from this is the second man that told me this. Excuse me. I burn up in my sleep, sweating, just drenching sweat. Now, y'all remember them videos down below where my spiritual family, this intuitive goddess 333, when I was giving y'all a snippet of one of her videos, and she was telling y'all something about that's when like my spiritual family is protecting me in my sleep or something like that, and I just wake up drenching sweat, just hot. Like she said it months and Sundays ago. The man that I'm with don't know nothing about none of that. But y'all didn't want to believe that I was actually a psychic. Y'all didn't want to believe that I'm actually a spiritual, nice, actual a person. Cause y'all know that I can be hell. But that's how I had to balance myself because an angel can't always be sweet. People gonna take advantage of them all the doggone time. And y'all have taken advantage of me a lot. Now come on now, let's be honest. So when I started getting on my demon ish, that's when I started being a problem. But y'all was taking advantage of me way before now. I'm talking about way before now, and I've been letting everything roll off my doggone back. And shout out to Mr. Craig, my manager. Anyway, I love the man. Even though I don't really know him too much, we have the same business mind frame and aspect. Um, when he said you shouldn't have to be in a work environment, you have to turn the other cheek at all because that's not professional. I mean, he didn't say that's not professional, but I mean that's pretty much what he was saying. You shouldn't have to be in a family setting where you have to keep on turning the other cheek, and that's just how I feel about it. If I got to keep on turning the other cheek and act like you're not doing something when I know you're doing it, and we are not just connected supposedly by love, but by blood, man, I ain't got time for it. I really don't. So deuces, it's over with. I can't deal with it. So when I was telling y'all people that I knew that y'all was doing the things that y'all was doing, y'all sat there and kept on trying to make it seem like I was crazy, and I kept on trying to turn a blind eye and cheek. I'm talking about I was doing everything in my doggone power to believe that you people were not who y'all were. And it just kept on coming out. God said, you know what? Since baby, you don't want to see what I'm trying to show you. You don't want to believe what these people showing you. You don't want to believe what your own gut intuition is telling you. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you in plain form. And when I tell y'all he didn't give it to me in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people, I'm talking about on YouTube. I keep on trying to tell y'all, you better get on them doggone stories. You better keep on reading and listening to them stories because everything is unfolding not just before your eyes, but before mine too. Because God said, baby, if you don't want to be a believer, I'm finna make you believe. Now, everything that I had already predicted in my life is actually happening. I ain't know that I was gonna fall in love with this bald dude. He don't even know that I really love him. He be thinking that I'm lying every time I say it. And I'm just like, all right, cool. It don't even matter to me. Well, in due time you'll see it. Because everybody wanted to say something about this white man that I was infatuated with. Somewhat. But I mean, he's a decent man, y'all, and he's a very spiritual man and all the rest of that. But so is my man. He's just not into reading cards, but he reads the hell out of energy, baby. He showed damn show do. I'm telling you, and he like he told me yesterday. He said he can be somewhere and the energy off, and he can get up and he will leave. Didn't I tell y'all I would do that in a heartbeat? Get up and like I can tell that he's on it. We just don't talk about it too much, but you know he done been through some things that already got him mentally prepared for what's going on in the world around him. Y'all, I made salmon patties and rice yesterday. Y'all know what that little Ratatouille movie when the man bit into it and it was just like he flashed back to his childhood. When that man bit into that food, I didn't even want to look at him, but I was something like, oh my goodness. Like I love to be able to warm somebody. But y'all, he can cook too now. He can cook too. But still, apparently my food just took him back to his childhood. Like he said he ain't had salmon patties since his grandmama made it. I was something like, okay, girl, get in that kitchen and whip it up. I'm just saying, just whip it up. So that actually made him understand the conversation between me and my son, because it was one Sunday that my son called and we were talking about food. I told y'all about that, about the potatoes and onions and stuff like that. And me and my son was having a conversation about it. And he was just like, "Man, that's cool that you and your kids can talk like that." And I'm just like, "Now you see the reason why me and my children we communicate through food and stuff like that, because that's how I can show them that I love them. Like I'm just gonna cook you a good meal and I'm gonna put my heart and my soul into it, and I'm gonna give it to you on a platter. Here you go, and I'm gonna feed your soul, because that's about all I can do. I'm not very. I'm always there. I'm caring. I'm loving. But man, y'all can't get me in the mindset of being one of those. You know, that is like your mama. Mm-hmm. You know how she didn't want me to ever get on my kids. You know, didn't want me to get them in line. That's probably the reason why you act the way you do. I'm just saying, nah, I can't be like one of them. Because my mama had, look, I had one of them mamas that would choke you with your own arm. If anybody know the story, please don't laugh about it, because I still feel some type of way. I wasn't the person that got choked with my own arm. Go ahead and put that out there. My brother Albert Jackson Jr. did. Yeah, he was a little too intoxicated and he pissed my mama off and she choked him with his own arm. Y'all, the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life, y'all. Just funny. But this is the life that I came from. Yeah. So this is how I give it to my kids. But still, at the end of the day, I took what I seen in my life and I never actually applied that to my parenting style at all. I'm an excellent fucking parent. I don't give a damn what none. Y'all want me to feel bad about myself or down about myself. Y'all don't know me. I couldn't care about what somebody else thinks about me, because y'all ain't hearing it from the source. If you ain't hearing it from my kids, then it don't matter to me. And my kids will never tell you that they don't love me, even to my 3-year-old daughter that don't know how to put her emotions into words when she have to leave her mama or see me walk away, how her face, how she cried, I got to give her something or try to console her or try to put something in her way to block out the fact that her mama's leaving. Even to my 1-year-old son that was being, all thrown up in my doggone face, and he seen me in the back of the doggone room. The last time we was in court, my son seen me and he stopped. He's 1 years old. He was right now. He's always had an infatuation with his daddy. Like he has. He's always loved his daddy. I don't really care at all. Like that's their relationship. Cool. I'm cool with it. I've been seeing it since doggone birth. And that don't mean that he don't love me the same. It's just like I don't know. It's like they have an aggression, emotional tie. It's like that boy. He's very aggressive to be 1 years old. Like he's extremely aggressive. He slaps you. He does all that old stuff, and I think he finds it kind of humorous. I don't find it humorous, and I ain't finna play them doggone games. You're not finna pull my hair and be slapping me and stuff. And he will do it. He's been doing it since. He's been able to grab and move his arms and stuff like that. And that's what him and his daddy do. I ain't never said nothing about it. That's the reason why, here, get your boy. That's yours. And I love that relationship for me anyway, because my daddy always wanted to have a little boy, and I would, you know, I just like seeing men have that relationship with their son. That's the reason why you can't never say that I tried to keep my child away from you, because every time you called and asked to see that child, you didn't even have to find a way to come and see your child. I brought your child to you. So baby, put some respect on my name, okay? Don't do that just for clout or for somebody else, just because you want to get into good graces with the female that you laying beside. Don't sit there and disrespect who I am when it comes to you seeing your child, because even if I had to go all the way to your grandmother's house multiple times, even when you would just get me to come over there just so you can pack up that same little bag that you end up packing to leave my house, to pack it back up and put it in that damn car. And you can't even lie about that, because everybody in your fucking family know about that, because they said it. Every damn time you turn around, you're leaving, and then you're going back to the girl every 2 doggone days, every couple of days. It didn't even make no doggone sense. And then they don't even understand that you was the person that tried to sucker me over there. I'm talking about Turner family, whoever, I don't know which Freeman's Turner, who all y'all. Man, when I tell y'all that man was getting on my doggone nerves so doggone much, I'm telling you he was. That's the reason why I started calling his mama and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. But I loved him so much that I really wanted to put up with him. But I'm just like, y'all, hell no, man. Damn. But then again, y'all start turning on me too. So I'm just like, oh, look at this shit here. Yeah, boy, look at this shit. Y'all thought that I didn't fucking notice. Y'all was over here playing both sides. I'm just like, well, it's cool. I ain't even tripping. I mean, that's your blood. But now look at the doggone disaster that then came out this shit. I mean, come on now. A lot of y'all folks being investigated, incriminated, and a whole bunch of other charges and stuff like that because he over here talking about some doggone money that he shouldn't even been. And y'all, I finally told my dude about what happened. I finally told him about my dough being kicked in. I finally told him about the text message from you, Mr. Freeman, that broke my doggone heart because I realized that you had something to do with the situation and my kids was there. I was trying to figure out what was gonna happen after that if I actually didn't have my children there, if I didn't lie to you the way I did. Like, I all of those stuff. I really don't tell him nothing about my personal life at all, but I had to tell him that yesterday because it was on my mind really heavy, and it was really I had to get it off. And not to mention, like I told him, I said my life was pretty much gravy up until I got information about a doggone life insurance policy that my daddy left me. And I said my daddy had been dead 10 years. I said then folks want to start kicking in my door. People want to start bothering my kids. People want to start saying that I got mental illnesses and issues. And folks want to start just coming out the woodworks that ain't been around me in years. Like everything just started being just funny, y'all. I started